Hello again, sports fans. Scott Travis coming at you again in the Sports Den, and this is my special Bruins Rangers series and Game 1 preview brought to you by Herb Travis Handyman Services, 401-465-2658, herbtravishandyman.com. Basically, anything you need done around the house, give him a call. He'll do it for you at a good price and get the job done right the first time. Okay, Bruins fans, hockey fans in general, if you were still thrilled and still excited about the hockey you saw with the Bruins and the Rangers in that first round series with the up and down action and series leads being given up and teams coming back in the series and then the Bruins' miraculous comeback at the end of the game 7 to win the series. If you like that kind of exciting hockey, unfortunately, I think you're going to be a little disappointed going into this Rangers and Bruins series. And here's why. The Rangers, for all their high-priced talent, they've got Rick Nash at about $7.8 million. They've got Brad Richards at over $6 million. They've got some high-priced players, but they're wasted in John Tortorella's system, which is really, we like good up and down hockey. The Rangers play a form of hockey that I call blocky, where every single player is expected to just lay out and block shots, and it really is not a whole lot of fun to watch. If you remember the series last year with the Capitals, Dale Hunter knew he didn't have a team that could do anything, so he just had them all flop, and they ended up knocking the Bruins out in 7. So the preview is there of the how you can beat the Bruins that way. So now it's up to the Bruins to overcome that and figure out how do you score when everybody's diving to block. Well, there's a few different approaches, and I guess you got to determine what's the better ends to what you want to do. I think what you want to be able to do is get shots to the net. Now, if the Rangers are going to dive and dive and dive and block shots, I say fire away, especially early on. And, these guys are crazy. They dive, if you fake, you can get them to slide and hit them. And you know what? You start hitting a few people in the feet, the ankles, the backs of the legs, the back, the midsection, because they slide and they slide out of the way. You know what? Maybe they're not moving as well. I'm not saying you want to hurt people, but if that's their tactic, you have to make them pay for that. That's one approach. To me, I think with Chara, with the hardest shot in the history of the game at over 106 miles an hour and most of the top hardest shots ever, and a regular winner who usually edges out Shea Weber, who each year ups the ante, and then Chara goes out and beats him. So, Chara is as hard a shooter as the game has ever seen. I say you have him fire away. Johnny Boychuk's got a cannon. Have him fire away. Fire away at these Rangers. The Ryan Callahans, all their gritty core guys are going to be dinged up and banged up right out of the gate. It's going to be a physical series. I think this series is going to be tight games, low scoring. We could see some 2-1, maybe a 3-2, but I think 1-0s and some 0-0s into overtime, which the Rangers are fully capable of playing, and multiple overtime games. The series is probably going to be a lot of minutes. It's probably going to go 7 because even if the Bruins have the series lead, they can't do anything the easy way, so it'll go 7. And if they get down, we know they can come back too. So if it's going to go 7 and there's going to be some overtimes thrown in, physicality, and the health of the team, whoever has the healthiest team and whoever's goaltender when the shots do get through, Lundqvist has been outstanding. He's the reigning Vezina Trophy winner, and he's a finalist this year. So, he's as good as it gets. He doesn't need them blocking, but that's the way Tortorella plays it. It's led to Richards and Nash, like I said, having no goals in that first series. But hey, they made it to the second round, so I guess it validates it, But anyway, the other idea you could do, once you get them diving, and if they're still blocking the shots and they're still going at you, try some shots that are a little bit off the net, where it can be redirected in front, or shoot it a little bit off the backboards and have it swing around, or just crunch the net and just raise hell in the slot until they call it. It's the playoffs. They don't call a whole lot. These teams usually play a rugged but respectful game. So there aren't a lot of fights. There aren't a lot of cheap shots. So if that holds true in this series, there shouldn't be much, if any, penalties called, and that certainly benefits the Bruins. The Bruins have no power play, and we don't need to give the Rangers a power play every time we get one. So we'd rather just have no penalties called, play the game all out, hope to get some shots on net, like I said, a little bit of misdirection, some rebounds, things of that nature. And, of course, the Bruins have to play with an edge. They can't wait till 10 minutes left in the game to play hard. They need to come out and play hard. They will need to play an all-out physical style every minute of this series, or they're not going to win. I mean, that's a fact. I think the series is pretty even going in. Probably too close to call. It's going to depend on, like I said, health and goaltending. So, like I said, we're looking at a 7-game series. We're looking at a memorable series, I'm sure. Hopefully, there's going to be more offense than I'm expecting because that'll make it even better. But it's probably going to be low scoring, heavily physical played defensive style, so get ready for it, folks. At least we got the Bruins and the Ranger fans. We can both say, hey, at least we're in the second round. Let's have at it. And one of these teams is going to the conference finals. And I'll tell you what, folks, this Stanley Cup season is wide open. I would say pretty much every team but the Sharks and maybe the Senators, you wouldn't be shocked to see skating around with the cup. Detroit certainly knows what they're doing. They snuck in, but they played well. Chicago's played well all season. The Kings are on a roll like they were on last year, so they are a dangerous threat. And then in the East, you got the Penguins and the Bruins and the Rangers. So, I mean, this is wide open. And, we're in the second round. Let's see if we can get to the conference finals. And then if we win that, let's see who we're meeting in the finals. And what the Bruins showed at the end of that game, if they continue it, Stanley Cup is not out of the question. So there it is. Let's see what happens. Go Bruins. Play from start to finish. Those are the keys. And I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott Travis. Thank you.